It was 26 versus 6 the night as Shelbourne took on Linfield. It was a spicy encounter, but Shelbourne came out on top. Welcome back to Fog Football. The Champions League qualifiers have begun yesterday and tonight. Tomorrow, Conference League, Europa League. It's the season is on the verge of getting start it for real, man, because the Premier Sports Cup as well at the weekend. Absolutely buzzing for it, especially that half-5 kick-off, Dunfermline versus Hearts at Tynecastle. But this game was pretty good as well. Decent crowd, decent atmosphere, flares, people getting absolutely pelted in the back of the skull with thunderbolts, man. See the shot for the Linfield guy, whose name absolutely eludes me at this point. Cracks a fan in the back of the skull. It was, honestly, it was inch perfect, man. You would have thought he actually meant it. Guy's lining up for his food, don't know what he was getting, and it just smacks him. It was highlight of the game for me, and everyone saw the funny side of it. But I tell you what, man, see getting cracked in the back of the head by a ball that you're not expecting. We've all been there, folks. Hell, can I get the back or the front? It's no nice, but tell you one thing that was certainly no nice. There was also a head knock in this game early on. Ball boot it at close range. Tell you what, it reminded me of the what game was it? Oh, it was the Man United game. Can't remember the team Man United were playing, but Van Persie got the ball boot it against his skull, and Fergie was going ballistic. He could have killed him. And this one didn't result in too much of a delay. Not that the Van Persie one did, because as soon as that happened, he was straight up. But was it Ashley Williams? Can't actually remember. I think it might have been Swansea United. Was it? No, that feels too long ago to be that one though. I don't think it was that long ago, was it? No, it couldn't have been. Anyway, straight up here. Shelbourne, never corner kick. They hit the post from it. Ball is then fizzed in. Cabri gets a header on it. It's horrific defending from Linfield, let's be real. But Jones, he manages to get something on it and it goes under him, but then he turns around. It's about to trickle over the line, but bang, he catches it. Yes. Linfield are still in the tie. They're all screaming yes, but will they be screaming yes for much longer? Well, no, because there's a handball. I believe the guy was called Ball. Not too sure. Looked very, very harsh. It goes to VAR, which I didn't expect them to have here in this game, but they did. And you know what? I am a strong believer that it's brain dead to have VAR in some games of a competition and then not others. I mean, you could argue, well, these are just qualifiers, not the real McCoy, but I think it just takes away from it a bit. But thankfully, Far came to the right decision. His arm is in at his body. It's for close range as well. It's never a penalty, man. It would have been extremely harsh. And yeah, this is one of the few times that VAR actually does its job correctly and overturns this decision. No penalty. So that took us in to half time. Coming out from the break, Odebuki ball comes to him. He had a quiet first half and he manages to put it through the legs of the Linfield defender and into the bottom right hand corner. And it's 1-0 to Shelbourne. And they're absolutely at this stage, folks, absolutely worth their 1-0 lead. It should have been already 1-0 to Shelbourne. I mean, Linfield did not really offer much in this game, if we're being honest. But crucial thing for them is they held on. There was a few other chances. Wilson had a shot saved. Linfield had a couple of crosses into the box, but they never really troubled the Shelbourne goalie, man. Never really did. It was Oda Beku. Sorry, it's not Oda Becky. Oda Beku, I believe. But Cairns and nets for Shelbourne. He dealt with everything he had to. Fitzpatrick for Linfield didn't really have much service. And I mean, Linfield were playing it was like a five at the back, three at the back, whatever you prefer calling it, but it didn't really offer them much going forward. And defensively, they were shockeroony. And I get it, right? Both of these two teams are not at the standard that I'm used to watching, at least. But it was amateur hour, man. It really was. Like the amount of times Shelbourne would have a ball like whipped into the box, it was like Linfield had three Robin Proppers at the back. It was on that level. But will David Healy, will he be happy enough with this? Probably, because 1-0 flatters them, even though they brought on substitutions like McKee and Offord. It's funny. They brought a guy called Offord on, and he offered fucking offered absolutely nada. It ends 1-0. Shelbourne almost made it 2-0 in the last kick of the game, but it was relatively blocked well. And that's pretty much it, folks. I mean, it was alright, man, watching this game of football. I watched it over PSG Real Madrid. Didn't really know that game was on, but you know what? I was going to review this game anyway, and it'll be interesting to see what happens at Windsor Park next week between Linfield and Shelbourne. It sets up the second leg pretty toasty, if you ask me myself. But anyway, leave your thoughts down below. 1-0 Shelbourne. Till next time. Peace.